did this drone come from? That's what police in New Jersey are trying to figure out. The CBS News Confirm team did verify the social media post, which was taken near Chatham around 8:15 last night.
Right now it's mid-December, and this has been going on for weeks. Drones have been sighted and filmed flying all over northern New Jersey, hovering over people's houses, buzzing sensitive sites, and near military bases. Obviously, this is freaking a lot of people out. And after a few weeks of hand-waving, the government finally said something like, yeah, we don't know what any of these things are, and they're totally not dangerous, so anyway. So what the hell is going on in New Jersey? First, let's look at the timeline so far. Then some history that's pretty effing nuts, showing this might just be the latest flap in a pattern that's been going on for years. And finally, we'll do a little patented EOM schizoid speculation.
Hey, Ernie and Candace, the FAA has placed a temporary restriction on drone flights over Picatinny Arsenal and over Trump National Golf Course.
So on November 18th, people in northern New Jersey start seeing these weird craft flying around, sometimes in formation, sometimes stopping and hovering over houses and flying quite low. And these things are large, like the size of small cars. Some look like airplanes or triangles, and some like helicopters. But many witnesses report that there's just something off about them, something uncanny. For one thing, the lights. These things are lit up like Christmas trees with all kinds of bright colored and blinking lights. And then there's the sound, with people reporting either no sound or humming, buzzing sound that cuts off suddenly and then restarts. And this just keeps going on every single night.
Seeing them every night, except Thanksgiving, they seem to take the night off. I'd really like to see one land and be able to report it, but they're up for a long time. I don't know where they're taking off from, where they're landing from.
It's the first week in December. The drones continue their nightly search, scan, or whatever the hell it is they're looking for. The story has gone wide, hitting the national news, and we finally start hearing from government channels.
I use the Senate Intel chair, not know what's flying over American skies. I'm gravely concerned about that, and we got to get the answer.
So really, Lita, again, recognizing that the strategy is classified, we will have an unclassified fact sheet that we'll be providing soon.
What is going on in New Jersey?
What indeed? Currently, it's the middle of December. This has been going on close to a month. Now they're starting to see drones over New York City, parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, and other places. And we still have zero clue what's going on. Think about this for a minute. Skies near Manhattan, ground zero for the 9/11 terror attacks, airspace that should have some of the tightest security in the world, is full of mysterious, unidentified aircraft every goddamn night. Right about now, some of you might be thinking, wait, didn't something like this happen before? My friends, check this out.
The US military said Wednesday that small drones have been spotted regularly flying over 4 US bases in Britain since November 20th. The bases include Lakenheath, home to the US Air Force 48th Fighter Wing, a cornerstone of its combat capability in Europe. The Pentagon said this week it is taking the incident seriously.
Langley Air Force Base did experience incursions of unauthorized unmanned aerial systems last year in December 2023. The number of those UAS incursions did fluctuate on any given day, but they didn't appear to exhibit any hostile intent.
That's the DoD's Deputy Press Secretary. She also confirmed that Langley's commanding officer had authority to shoot down the drones, but she did not explain why that did not happen.
So 2023, same kind of thing over an Air Force base in Langley, Virginia, home to the CIA, by the way. Now let's go further back in time to 2020 in Denver and Nebraska. Remember this?
Not a plane.
For the last week, Michelle Eckhoff has spotted a high-flying nighttime mystery above her rural northern Colorado home. Drones, sometimes a dozen or more with wingspans 6 feet wide.
The sky is lit up with Christmas lights, basically. There's lights and things flying all over.
Sheriff's departments across the border area of 3 states have been flooded with similar reports since mid-December.
There's one hovering over here.
We waited with Eckhoff until the sun went down and the skies lit up.
It's been dark for about a half hour, and we are seeing drones all over the sky.
So if it's not clear right now, we are in the middle of a flap, or the latest flap, I should say. There have been waves of mysterious, unidentified objects in the skies going back decades, if not longer. Let's do some speculating. Okay, so maybe it's some kind of op the military is running and they can't tell us about it for super secret reasons and they don't want people to panic. Well, this doesn't work for me, and I'll tell you why. People are already panicking because giant freaking drones have been buzzing their houses for close to a month. Also, why are they running this op on their own bases? And mostly, if this was an op, the military would have a cover story in place. Whenever they bullshit us, they always have some story about training exercises or whatever. Okay, so maybe it's a foreign government trying to do something over New Jersey. This seems ludicrous to me. Think about it. What's the plan here? Fly over New Jersey with flashing lights every night for what? Not exactly covert, is it? But mostly it makes no sense because it would be suicide for any nation to fly aerial incursions into American airspace. They would taste the rainbow by way of America's finest cruise missiles and probably start World War III. All we can say for sure is this has been happening for several years. If you want to include other UFO flaps, a lot longer. Whoever this is wants us to know they're here. They're flying low with multiple flashing colored lights and over the same areas night after night. They want to be seen. Our military seems either unwilling or unable to engage them. That last part is what makes this extra mysterious to me. The military said they don't know what they are, but they aren't dangerous. How does this make sense? It's like a cop telling you, there's a strange guy in your backyard, but he's not dangerous. So we're left with one possibility. The government knows what they are and can't or won't do anything about it. Either they've been told to stand down, or the honeycomb of overlapping agencies, military branches, and bureaucracy is so frozen with indecision and fear of accountability that they simply cannot act to protect this country. I honestly don't know which one is worse.